Hi YouTube. I just wanted to put together a quick video. In light of today's silver move down, I just want to have a discussion with you guys. I wanted to talk about what has worked well for me in my life financially, from the investment vehicle that's worked the best for me, as well as the philosophy. Okay. And you guys know from watching my videos, I'm not going to stand up and pound my chest and say, look at me, I'm the best. I'm just talking about what has worked for me. And let me ask you this. Do you know what investment vehicle has been the best tool for me to save money and invest over my life? The much maligned, the much hated 401k. That has been by far the best investment savings vehicle I've had. And it's really taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot about patience and incremental buying. I know that there are some outstanding traders on YouTube. Okay? And I don't think they're just portraying themselves as outstanding. I really believe that they're outstanding. But that's not me. I am not a trader. Okay? I am not a trader. And I don't pretend to be one. I used to trade a lot at one point. My God, if you looked at my tax return, I think in my 2009 tax return, it was just insane. I don't even know what I was thinking. They really added up. But I am not a trader. I know it's intoxicating when you hear these guys talk, and they make it sound so easy. In some ways, it's like listening to David Ortiz talk about hitting a baseball. Yeah, he makes it sound like easy, makes it look easy, but it's not easy. And when you're starting with a small amount of money, it just, doesn't work. Some of the turns of phrase that they use really do crack me up. Some of the professional traders, when they sell, they're managing risk. When you sell, you're capitulating. You're selling out of fear. They're selling because they're just not emotional about it, and they're just cutting their losses. Just a little turn of phrase there that it cracks me up. Airline Trading, who I know is one of the best out there, was just basically hammering on silver investors for dollar cost averaging. We're the biggest joke in the world because we dollar cost average. Then I saw last week a post that I found really interesting. The market had really taken it on the chin. And he talked about how it was such a great opportunity. And so people assumed that he was short. And he was like, no, I'm not short. I lost money today. But what an opportunity to position myself. I was like, that sounds eerily familiar. Oh, right. But he's talking about yielding stocks. So that's somehow different. No, it's not. He's dollar cost averaging. Okay? I mean, it's so funny, the hypocrisy of it. It just kind of cracked me up, because they will use phrases that kind of belittle you and your investment philosophy, but kind of trump themselves up. So when you buy lower in your dollar cost averaging, you're doing it because you're a fool. When he does it, it's because he's a pro and he has a vision. The reason that 401k has worked for me is because there's no emotion involved at all, and it's incremental buying. Okay? Every pay period, money goes in. Every pay period. And even on my income, which, we've talked about before, isn't exactly great shakes, I have built up a very respectable retirement account. Okay? Now, I know if I gave you guys the number, you'd be like, well, that's not enough to retire on. I get it, but I'm 42. I have time to pump it up even more. The point is, that has been the most successful tool that I've had at my disposal to invest for the future. And it's because of the steady incremental buying. I literally don't go, oh, wait, this period, no. Don't put money in this period because the market's a little bit higher right now. I don't want to buy at any price. Maybe we'll stop for the next couple pay periods. No, it hasn't worked like that. It's been literally every pay period, money goes in. So I've kind of taken that approach with silver. Okay, when I was investing in stocks, there was a lot of extreme frustration for me. You'd be holding a company and you'd be feeling really good, and all of a sudden one day you'd turn on CNBC in the morning and you'd see it down 5% pre-market. You're going, what just happened? And they'd be mystified all day. What's the news? We don't know. What's going on with, I don't know, pick a company. Cisco. We don't know. And then suddenly at 4:10, Cisco pre-announces that there's going to be, soft sales this quarter. And then it all makes sense, right? And you look at the put activity. Oh, the put activity spiked. Well, that's weird. I was the last to know. And you complain, and the casino, it's like being at the casino and complaining that, the deck is stacked against you. Of course, the casino owner is just going to look at you and go, of course it is, schmuck. What did you think was going to happen? Trading is not for me. And, it's funny, Epic RV brought up this point, and it's a good one, and I've talked about this many times, not on YouTube, I talk about this with my friends, is that most fund managers can't even beat the S&P. That's the standard that they're held against, and most of them can't do it. If these guys with their, financial degrees and they're in it every day of their lives can't do it, what makes me think that a schmuck like me can do it? The answer is I can't, okay? And I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way by having the market beat my brains in many times, that it's just not for me. You know what other investment has worked well for me? My home. I know a home is an investment, yada, 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 whatever. I now have a healthy amount of home equity. Do you know why? Because I bought a condominium that was in a good town, with that was basically depressed in price. It needed some work, and we spent a few years fixing it up. And you know what? Every month that we make our mortgage payment, the principal goes down, our home equity goes up. I don't stop making a payment that month because home prices, were higher. I pay every month, and every month that principal goes down, and my home equity goes up every single month, just like my 401k. Every month in my 401k, money goes into it. And I'm taking the same approach with silver. Okay? And I know that, in some ways I'm going to take some heat, but you know what, guys? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And I'm not saying buy at any price. Sometimes you get it wrong. But when I look at the economy, the only thing that has changed to me is the price of silver. And now the other thing that's changed is my timeline. I used to think it was going to take 20 years to meet my goal. That's not going to happen. It's going to be a lot sooner than that, because the price has come down far enough where I can accumulate a lot quicker. And yes, this is why I buy semi-numismatics. Okay, because they simply hold their price better through these declines. They just do. And again, you buy what you want. I'm just saying why I do what I do. The method behind the madness. So yeah, silver's down again, and I'm actually hoping to have an unboxing tonight. I checked out my tracking number, and so I have some silver coming in the mail. So this is it, guys. This is my philosophy, slow and steady. I buy monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, sometimes bi-weekly. But you know what? I'm going to keep incrementally buying until my stack is where I need it. Sometimes I'll be buying a little bit too high. Sometimes I'll be taking advantage and buying a little bit lower. That's just the way I'm doing it. I'm smoothing it all out. I'm taking the emotion out of the price movements, and I'm basically stacking like a cyborg, okay? It just doesn't, it doesn't faze me. It just doesn't. So I'm taking advantage of this, and you guys can do what you see fit. But I've just found that, incrementally buying has served me very well, and that's the approach I'm going to take with my 401 AG.